Good day, lovely humans. I once again asked you all what you wanted to see me do on this channel, and about 24 of you said you wanted to see a Q&A, so that is what we are going to do. I asked you all for questions on my Instagram story, and only about 11 of you answered, so this is probably going to be a pretty short video, but I'm also going to answer some frequently asked questions that I get on my TikTok. I have the questions right here in the Notes app on my old phone, so I'm just going to get right into those. I am not going to be disclosing the usernames because I don't know who would want to be included and who would not, so I'm not going to be saying any usernames, but if it was your question, you'll know you put it in, so yeah. The first question I've got here is, why did you start your channel? I thought this was a pretty good question, and the answer to this is actually a little more interesting, I think, than you would expect it to be. I started my channel just a couple of weeks ago, I think, when I started to get a little bit of attention on TikTok, and that is because there's a lot more content I want to post than just the type of things I post on my TikTok that require a longer format, so I wanted to make a channel for posting those things, such as my makeup tutorial or the makeup challenge I did with my younger brother, or this video that I'm making right now. I think as it stands right now, YouTube is one of the most versatile platforms for content creation, and content creation is something that has always interested me, so I really wanted to get into that, and I felt like my TikTok was a really good place to start and actually launch this channel from. I've actually had 3 failed YouTube channels in the past, all of which only ever had one video uploaded to them. Don't try to find them. They're private. They're gone. You can't. Don't. But yeah, none of those ever worked out, and so when I started gaining a little bit on TikTok, I saw an opportunity to try and start a channel again, and so far it's going pretty well. I can't promise anything for the future, but for right now I'm pretty happy with it. The next question I've got here is, how do you come up with your ideas for your TikToks? The answer to that varies a lot from TikTok to TikTok. There's basically 3 types of TikToks you can find on my account. There's the relatable comedy, there's the point of views, and there is the thirst traps. The third one is definitely the easiest to come up with. It does not take any talent or creativity whatsoever. It just takes people liking my face, which for some reason some people do, so that's easy. The second kind, the point of views, are probably the hardest for me personally to come up with. I'm just not a point of view type of TikToker usually. But usually it's just when I'm scrolling on my For You page, I'll find an audio and a scene will kind of pop into my head, and I'll just make a point of view based on that. Or I'll find somebody else's point of view and it'll inspire me, and I'll make a point of view kind of based off of theirs. The first kind, relatable comedy, again, kind of just pops into my head. I'll hear an audio and I'll be like, oh, this thing would fit really well with that. I think that's funny. I'll make that. And sometimes I film TikToks 2, 3, 4 times and they just don't work out and I scrap them. And sometimes I film them 2, 3, 4 times and they end up really good and I post them. Although TikToks are a lot shorter than a lot of other content forms, and I would say there's a little less that goes into them than a lot of things, there's still definitely a whole creative process to them, and you kind of just have to figure out what works for you. The next question is, what's your favorite thing about quarantine? So far, there hasn't really been a lot to like about quarantine. My whole family is home and around me all the time, and as a total introvert, I need my space, so that has not been good. I also do school online full-time and have my whole life, so this whole situation has not impacted my school at all. My spring break ended on Monday, and I'm back at school, and I'm working, and I'm trying to work while my younger brother is home from school, so that's not been ideal. However, I will say, despite the fact that I'm not off school or anything like that, I have had a little bit of extra time to work on some art and a story I'm writing and some other things, so that's been really nice. Just having a little more time to work on some stuff has been really good. Alright, the next question I have here is, you single, just shooting my shot. While I respect the attempt, I respect the grind, that is not something that I actually disclose on the internet or to people that I'm not fairly close with. I have some reason for that I don't really think I need to get into, but again, I do respect the attempt. Next question. When did you come out, and when did you figure out you were part of the LGBTQ+ community? P.S. Stan Dan and Phil. First of all, yes, Stan Dan and Phil for clear skin and good grades. Second of all, I have basically always known I was a part of the LGBTQ community. I figured out that I was bisexual when I was very young. Thankfully, I have grown up in an incredibly accepting city, and I have always been raised in an environment where LGBTQ issues were talked about and completely accepted, and so I always knew that I did not have to be afraid of coming out to my parents or of being who I am, and I am eternally grateful for that, because I know it is a privilege that not everyone gets. I initially came out when I was about 13 years old as biromantic and asexual. Then I came out again at around 14 or 15 as panromantic and asexual. And I have recently, just in the past few days, come out as bisexual. My gender is something that it took me a much longer time to figure out, and honestly, I'm still kind of figuring out as I go. I was about 15 when I started questioning my gender, and 16 like I am now when I began identifying as genderqueer. I've been quite open about it in the online space because that is somewhere where I feel safe, and I know that most of the people in my personal life cannot find my accounts online, or at least the people that I don't want to find out that information. So I felt safe in doing that, but coming out to people in my personal life, especially my immediate family, was something that was a lot scarier to me and is taking a lot more time. Although my journey with both my sexuality and my gender identity has not been as smooth as it could have been, it's definitely been a lot better than it is for a lot of people, and so despite the hardships I have faced as a result of those, I am very, very thankful that it has been as easy as it has been, and I am 100% proud of my sexuality, my gender identity, and the fact that I'm a member of the LGBTQ+ community. Moving on to the next question, this one just says, how are you doing? If that isn't a complicated question, I don't know what is. Honestly though, right now I'm doing pretty good, and I can honestly say that's kind of a first for me. I haven't been doing very well in a very long time, but recently that has been changing. I'm quite tired and bored of quarantine, but my mental health is getting a lot better, and I've been feeling a lot better about myself and my life and where I'm going, so that's pretty cool. Moving on, next question says, so random, but cats or dogs? I'm gonna have to say cats, although I do like dogs. I definitely prefer cats. They don't require so much attention, they're quiet, they all go off, do their own thing, kind of like me. I relate to the cats much better. And I just am a very low energy person, and I cannot manage a high energy pet like a dog. I do love dogs, I love seeing other people's dogs, I like going over to people's houses when they have dogs, whatever, but I don't think I could manage owning a dog personally, whereas I definitely could have a cat, and actually have had cats in the past. My ideal pet is still a tarantula though. Next question says, zodiac sign? I'm gonna be completely honest, I kind of debated even answering this question because I think zodiacs are kind of dumb, and I don't want people deciding what my personality is, what I like, what I don't like, what my character flaws are, based on the month and time I was born. Seeing as I don't actually believe in zodiacs at all and don't think you can accurately predict anything about me, I'm just going to answer I am a Taurus. I don't know like what my moon or rising sign or any of that is. I don't care, but I'm a Taurus. I was born on May 9th. Next question says, how are you so gorgeous? Thank you so much, that is super sweet. I can't help you with that because I don't think I'm that pretty. I know y'all are probably going to attack me for that one. I am trying to work on my confidence, but right now it's kind of non-existent. So yeah, I appreciate that you think that I am gorgeous, but I don't think so. This next one just says yeet. Yeet. And last but not least, we have a favorite band. This is honestly probably the hardest question for me to answer on this list. I have a whole bunch of bands that I listen to and absolutely adore. My top favorite probably changes every month. I go through like phases of listening to one band more and the other bands less, and whatever all the time. Right now, I'd probably have to say either My Chemical Romance, Black Veil Brides, or Palais Royale, or maybe Falling in Reverse at a close fourth, although I do not like Ronnie Radke as a person. I do love Falling in Reverse's music, especially their first album. It is my jam, but Ronnie is a piece of trash. I'm also getting into Mindless Self-Indulgence right now. I don't know a whole lot of their discography because I've only started listening to them about a month ago, but so far I absolutely love everything I've heard. Now I'm going to jump into a little FAQ for questions I get asked a lot on my TikTok. Number one, the comment I definitely get the most is, where is this spiked choker from? I got this choker on Amazon and the brand is QP Match. I will have a link to the choker in the description of this video somewhere. And actually, I'm about to mention a lot of products and things, so I will have links to as many of them as I can find. Where is your black lipstick from? I also get this one all the time. The black lipstick I wear all the time, it is a matte black liquid lipstick. It is called Black Cat and it is from Pretty Zombie Cosmetics. How do you do your red and black ombre lip? That's, I think, actually what I have on right now. I'm not sure because I'm filming on my phone and don't have a viewfinder, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm wearing. I have instructions on how to do the red and black ombre lip in my last video, which is a makeup tutorial. The instructions for the lips start at about the 12-minute mark. Where is the metallic purple lipstick from? The metallic purple lipstick I wear a lot is actually just Black Cat with the purple shimmer shade from the James Charles X Morphe palette patted on top with just a flat brush. Where is the padlock chain from? The heavy chain with the gold padlock that is visible in a lot of my TikToks and videos is from Hot Topic. When you find the chain in the store, it has like a couple of keys attached to it that most people remove. You've probably seen that chain loads of times, like on the For You page. It seems like every alt kid has one. Where is the chain choker from? Like the thick black one with the chains. I got that choker about 4 years ago for a Halloween costume from Spirit Halloween. Initially it had a metal spider attached to it that I removed and turned into a ring. I don't know if Spirit still carries the choker, but if they do, should have it linked in the description. Where are the spiderweb gloves from? These were also from Spirit Halloween. They were a pair of tights that after I was done using, I cut at about the knee, I think, and then just cut some little finger holes into and turn them into gloves. Where did you get insert band shirt? All of the band shirts I have are either from Hot Topic or I got them on a tour. What are your pronouns / what is your gender / what gendered terms are you okay with, do you prefer? As I have stated before in this video, my pronouns are they, them. I use they, them exclusively. I do not wish to be referred to by any other pronouns. Currently, I consider my gender to be genderqueer and have for, I would say, a year or so. As for gendered terms, I prefer to be called an NB or a boy. I do not like to be called a girl at all. That is not a term that I'm comfortable with. I am not a girl. I'm okay with any words like dude or bro or cis or man or any of those type of words used in that context. None of those make me uncomfortable. I prefer sir over ma'am. Ma'am is just does not sit well with me. I don't like it. If you refer to me as one of those, I really prefer that you use sir. And that's about everything I can think of for the gender stuff. How do you do your makeup? As I said before, there is a makeup tutorial I posted just before this one. It should actually be linked on the end screen of this video. And I cover a lot of the sort of basics that are consistent across all my looks in that video, but I'm also hoping to do more tutorials in the future to expand onto things that aren't covered in that video, so let me know if that is something you would like to see. Alright, that is about everything, I think. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like down below or subscribe to see more. The next video I have planned is a tutorial on how I film my TikTok, so if you're interested in seeing that, definitely subscribe so you will not miss it. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!